Frugal Force. Once again, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty for another episode of Road Rage. Clearing my throat there. Oh, wow. I tell you, a lot of crazy stuff going on. Good, bad, and all in between. Yeah, the weather is yucky right now. Let's see what temperature I got. It's humid and rainy. Traffic sucks. But anyway, all this stuff that's been going on. We have Captain Cummings gets confronted by B. Clay Moore. It's almost like he was searching for the guy. Then we got the quartering getting hit by a nut job in the back. All this violence is ensuing. And this is what I just don't get. For example, the quartering situation, quartering there. All these people, they claim they're for the rights of all, these SJWs do and all that. But you look, they don't. They really don't. The second you disagree with them, we all know that, they become vicious. And it makes you wonder, why is this? And I swear, you see this in the workplace, you see it day to day. It usually is connected to low emotional intelligence. And that just means, their emotions kick in. They don't think well. They're not very intelligent under situations. You can't tell me that you have high emotional intelligence when you run and hit somebody in the back of the head that didn't talk to you, didn't say anything to you, or anything. You just up and attack them because you heard something they said on a YouTube video. Let that sink in for a minute. You heard something they said on a YouTube video, so you decided you're going to hit them in the back of the head. Or you're going to stalk them and try to hunt them down so you can yell at them. Even though, you screwed that person out of money, you're going to hunt them down because they told people you screwed them out of money. Where is the sense in this? This is getting even more ridiculous than it has been. How much lack of emotional intelligence do you have to become that emotional, that crazed? What are these people missing in their lives? We all have different things that we need. I know what works for me and my family. I'm not pushing it on others, but I'm not hiding my beliefs, and my Christian faith. I'm not hiding that, but that works for me. It makes me wonder, what void are these people needing to fill? What creates you to have so much rage after you sit there and preach and tweet in a public forum about acceptance this, acceptance that, but the second somebody doesn't agree with you on an issue, you're dehumanized as a person and no longer accepted? There is no civility with these people. That's part of the problem. And of course, then their way of solving is they dehumanize others so that way they can make it okay in their own minds. Because it's okay because you're no longer a human. You don't have rights. You're not a person. You are a Nazi. You're evil. We're all people. I don't understand it. I just don't. Maybe they need a good comic book. SJWs need a good comic book. Maybe then they can read something that's inspiring with, a real hero, one that's not so ambiguous because he's been broken down so many times that he or she is no longer recognizable as the hero they once were. Because maybe if they read that good comic book, they would have less to complain about. They'd have a little bit of joy in their hearts. Wow. The destruction of these comic books, I think Just Some Guy did a great video on that. If you haven't watched it, where he blames the Watchmen for comics today, in a way, loosely, but he's got a valid point. It was a model that was successful, so these comic book companies or writers for them think it's a good idea to make that continuous. It's good for a one-shot or a story arc, but do we need it for every single character in every single book? Because let's look at this. For example, look at the last 10 years of Captain America. What has that character been through? He's been aged. He's been depowered. He's been no longer Captain America. He's been a Nazi, you know, in a way. he's not even really truly back. He's been out of time again in the future. He hasn't been himself for so long that his character has been eroded away. Now, people might not think much of that, but think about it. If that character has been that way for 10 years, how many kids have grown up with that as Captain America rather than what really Captain America is? And that's the problem of when you run a story arc, for example, of making Cap a Nazi or a bad guy for a year long. How many kids is that their first issue? Go back to the thought that every comic book is somebody's first issue. So it has to be good enough and enough interesting story and development to keep longtime readers, but also good to let a person know that this is that person's character. You know, in times of hardship is where a person's true character shows. It's not when things are easy. Everybody just about can be a great person when things are easy. But when things are rough, that's when we show our true mettle. Iron sharpens iron. These heroes, if they're to be heroes, need to be heroic. Yes, they can make mistakes, but they need to be heroic. We've lost that. They're too busy fighting other heroes rather than actually fighting villains and being heroic and doing what's right. We've deconstructed and dismantled these heroes to be a former shell of what they were. They make it hard. I mean, who would have thought that your favorite character is so different than what they used to be that it sickens you, that you don't even want to read that book? And sure, some people, well, you just outgrew the character, or it's not for you. Well, then how many books are not for me? Why am I outgrowing the character? Why are you, the company, not supporting a market? If the market was there, why are you abandoning them? When that's the money, that's your income. The cost of gaining a new customer is significantly higher than retaining one. Where is the business model that these companies are using? It is seriously flawed. It costs many, many more dollars to attract a new customer, and especially in today's hyper-competitive market. We need the characters we had. We can have new characters too. We can have both. It would be amazing to have characters that were true heroes again. Maybe then these SJWs that have been growing up on deconstructed characters with no moral ground of right and wrong, it's okay to dehumanize and punch somebody in the back of the head. Maybe if they read some issues where a hero was truly being a hero, things could be different. Well, that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? Am I off base here? Are the heroes all deconstructed? Do you think that maybe if this generation, now think about it, look at these generations of nutbags, if they were reading true heroes, that might have taken care of this issue. They could have built this issue on a few SJWs, could have caused all this and allowed it to grow like a tree. I do believe that's what we're seeing here. Do you think we could have stopped that with maybe some good comics? Some good parenting would have been nice as well. Alright, well, that's my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell. Also, if you want to help us out, go ahead and go to that info bar down below. Little Frugal, myself, American Dream, we have a Patreon where you can help us for as little as $1 a month. We're looking at all kinds of things. I've been talking to people about shirts and things again. I don't know what to put on it. I'm trying to think of something that might make a good gift or something that way too. We do giveaways, and I'm in the process, the very, very early stages of making a comic book, and I mean very early stages. So I'm not out there pimping it on Indiegogo or anything. I'm not up to that point yet, but hopefully something there will pan out. All right, guys. Sorry, you can tell road rage there. My thing's telling me, hey, get ready here for your turn. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep it frugal.